It's deeply indented by a bay of the same name, and on the northern shore lies Kuwait town, the capital. This Arab state is ruled by the Sheikh, His Highness Sir Ahmad Al-Jabir Al-Suba, KCSI, who has led his country since 1921. In and around his capital live most of the state's population of 100,000, the majority being of Central Arabian stock belonging to the Orthodox Sunni sect. Sheikh Dasman Palace. Walking in the palace courtyard, His Highness is seen here with members of his entourage. On his right stands one of his sons, Sheikh Jabir Al-Ahmad Al-Suba, and on his left his ADC, Izzat Jafia. Now His Highness poses for the camera with both his sons, Sheikh Jabir and Sheikh Suba. The cameraman was fortunate in being in Kuwait when Colonel Hay, British political resident in the Persian Gulf area, invested two of the Sheikh's subjects with the order of the CIE and the CSI. This simple but impressive ceremony took place in the courtyard of the Royal Palace. A personal bodyguard accompanies His Highness wherever he goes. A wise and progressive ruler, the Sheikh has always shown himself to be a staunch friend of Britain, with whom his state is in close treaty alliance. From his town palace, His Highness is able to keep in close touch with municipal affairs, in which he takes a keen and active interest. Among the most prominent of the capital's public buildings are the Office of the Director of Public Security and the Municipality building with trees shading its compound. Other important buildings include the police station and not far away are the law courts. Kuwait is fortunate, too, in possessing an American mission and hospital, which adds magnificent work to the country's own efficient public services. One of the leaders of the mission's work is Dr. G. Nykirk, seen here with his family. Another well-loved figure, Dr. L. Scudder, is pictured in his own family group. Together, the members of this little American colony far from home are carrying on a highly appreciated work of mercy. Through the gateway of the city, from early morning till late at night, Bedouins and their camels pass on their journeys to and from the desert. Arabs take their flocks of goats to graze outside the city, later to return again to the shelter of its protecting walls. As always, merchants in the bazaars do brisk business as the everyday life of the capital goes on. The climate, by the way, is probably the best in the Persian Gulf area, but 120 degrees in summer can be a bit trying. Fine work by the civil authorities is shown everywhere by the well-designed buildings and the clean appearance of the streets. Stone for building is almost unobtainable, and the homes of the capital are generally constructed of coral blocks and mud mortar with a sand and cement mixture on the outside wall. Kuwait is the home of the largest and best boat building industry in the Persian Gulf, and has won for itself a unique and worldwide reputation. Teak, rope and other materials have to be imported, and all types of vessels common to the Gulf are built by the Bahama community, whose skill has been handed down from generation to generation. to the growth of the town and the scarcity of water locally, more than half the portable supply has to be brought by dhow from the Shatt El Arab, 80 miles away to the northeast. This water is issued at supply points, to which the inhabitants bring their water skins and at the same time doubtless exchange the latest bits of local news. Outside the city boundaries, the road stretches out into the desert itself. Here, the population becomes very thinly scattered, mainly the Bedouins moving in nomad fashion from place to place in search of grazing for their flocks. The staple diet of the camel is alfaj, a desert bush with a silvery grey stem, which also has another valuable use. Cut and stacked in great masses, the alfaj is taken into the city, piled high on the backs of camels, and later used as fuel. In recent years, the word fuel has taken on a new meaning for the people of Kuwait. A new industry of world importance has entered the life of the country with the discovery of oil. The Kuwait Oil Company, jointly owned by the Anglo-Iranian Oil Company and the Gulf Exploration Company of America, has a 75 years concession dating from 1934 over the whole of Kuwait. So, first of all, let's meet a few of the members of this hard-working British-American team. At Magwa, 15 miles from Kuwait town, are the workshops, where some of the workers are Indian, but the majority come from Kuwait itself. Others are members of the clerical staff engaged in field administration. From the engineering department, Mr. J. Birch. Power engineer, Mr. L.H. Young. Mr. A.W. Higginbottom, a driller from the USA. Mr. W.A. Prover, the civil engineer, and another well-known personality, Bonzo. On the left, Mr. P.W. Holland, storekeeper at Shoewake, with Mr. W. Grant, construction engineer, and now a very good friend, Colonel Dixon. Signposts in the desert point the way to Magwa and to the temporary staff quarters. Field superintendent in this area is Mr. T.E. Patrick of Texas, seen here with his family. In the Magwa workshops is made almost anything required for the job of keeping the oil flowing. Two of the men engaged in this vital work are Mr. R.T. Cunliffe, workshop foreman, and Mr. D.A. Civic, workshop superintendent. Over now to another part of the Magwa HQ, past the storeyards to one of the wells. Here we meet Mr. B. Robinson and one of his colleagues, Mr. Grady U. Isbell. And so, against us to the south, and this time the drillers' efforts were rewarded. Oil was struck at Bogan at 3,672 feet on February the 22nd, 1938, and a fresh chapter in Kuwait's history had well and truly begun. Between February 1938 and the middle of 1942, 9 producing wells were drilled, and the existence of a large and important oil field was proved beyond all doubt. Owing to the war situation at that time, work was temporarily suspended. Later on, however, operations were resumed, and today the production of a vital necessity continues in great volume. from the wells comes the crude oil through the gas separators and along the oil pipes to the fuel tanks at Bergen. At this point, and now, for a moment, let's take a look inside the pump house, where the oil is prepared for another stage of its journey. Passing through the separator battery at Bergen, the oil is then pumped to the main tanks at Ahmadi along the 12-inch oil line stretching far across the desert. At Ahmadi, 400 feet above sea level, the main storage tanks are reached, and from here the oil gravitates to the tanker loading terminal at Bandar Ahmadi, 20 miles to the south of Kuwait Bay. Miles south of the village of Fireheel, the submarine lines run out to the waiting tankers offshore, and the oil's overland journey is over. The 30th, 1946, a great day for Kuwait as the first shipment of crude oil takes place at Bandar Ahmadi. His Highness the Sheikh honored the occasion by his presence and presided at the opening ceremony. Many high officials also attended, including the British political resident and the political agent. The climax of the ceremony came as His Highness himself opened the master valve to inaugurate the first oil export from his country. The loading signal is given and the tanker begins to take the first cargo aboard. It was presented to His Highness by the company's board of directors as a memento of the occasion. Making the presentation address, the Managing Director, Mr. C.A.P. Southwell, expressed the company's gratitude for His Highness's confidence in their efforts and stressed the splendid cooperation between the British, American and Arab personnel by which this notable achievement was made possible. The address was then placed in the casket which Mr. Southwell afterwards presented. In his speech of reply, His Highness thanked his British and American friends for their part in the success of the operations and ended with these words: "I trust that our friendly relations with the company will continue to exist in a spirit of cordiality and goodwill." Later came an Arab banquet given by the company to mark this nationwide day of rejoicing. All the colour and fire of the war dance was soon to follow, with Arabs coming from many miles away to take part in this historic celebration. new era of prosperity in the life of Kuwait and its people has been finely expressed in the words of their ruler himself. Every one of my people and my friends will rejoice with me in this happy event, which by the grace of God is for our future welfare. I thank God for such an opportunity as this, which will help us to continue to carry on various improvements which we desire for the happiness and welfare of my state and people.